So because jet lag has such a strong hold on me right now, I decided to do a bedroom chronicles on Egypt and how to travel. First of all, it was not expensive. It was actually cheaper for me to go to Egypt than it's been for me to go to Cape Verdean Island. I went through Expedia.com. You know, they don't pay me for this, but I'm just going to tell you, this is what I did. I went through Expedia.com and I booked my flight a month and a half before we would leave. And I want to say that's a lie. I booked my flight about a month before we would leave, so it would have been cheaper. I think the flight cost was just under $900 round trip from Newark, New Jersey, and directly through Egypt Air, which they gave me 3 meals, and I love to eat. So I woke up every time for each meal. The hotel that I stayed in Giza, which is called, I forgot, but I'll post it. I want to be exact what it is. I paid about $42 a night, which included breakfast, and it was right in front of the pyramids. I stayed at a hotel in Cairo, which was close to the airport because my flight out on the 23rd had gotten canceled couple of weeks before, as if they knew there was going to be a snowstorm, several weeks before the trip. And so I decided to leave later. So I did book 2 days in Cairo, and I will put the name of that spot as well, which was minutes, like minutes. I could have walked to the airport. Which was also very nice. And that I think that was also booked on Expedia along with the other one, Expedia.com. And I think that was like $70 per night, not including food. But they had a spa there, which I could have indulged in what I did, and I indulged in their huge bathtub. They had 2 pools, kid friendly. I think 4 restaurants and several shops within that one spot. So you can do everything you need just in that one spot. Both hotels had excursions, so you could book with the hotel to do excursions. The hotel in Giza, because I stayed there longer than just 2 days, they gave me transportation to the hotel, but not transportation out of the hotel to the airport, which would have been $25. The hotel in Cairo had 30 minutes on the hour, every 30 minutes, a shuttle to the airport for free. That included the fee, which was perfect. So I didn't mind paying a little bit more because it shuttled me back and forth to the airport as needed. The food was amazing. The people were great. Would I do it again? Absolutely. Is the jet lag killing me? 100%. 10-hour flight back. I've never felt like this before, ever, but I'm also older in traveling. I think next time what I'll do is I will go somewhere in Europe, stay there for a couple of days, kind of reacclimate myself, and then fly back. This way, it's not as much as a burden on me because I am somebody that doesn't know how to stay still. And this is really bothering me right now that I can't get up and do everything I need to do because once the exhaustion sets in, it's horrible. Plus, I'm perimenopausal, so I think the combination of both is not doing well for me right now. Traveling at 48, about to be 49, is very different than flying and traveling at 20. But I would do it again and again. The hospitality, the amount of shopping you could do for very, very little money is ridiculously amazing. The quality stuff you buy is so much better than what you may pay in other places. And again, the people were utterly amazing. So my total trip, minus what I was reimbursed, my total trip but it was, excuse me, it was some of it was reimbursed. So I'll just tell you what the total trip was, and you guys don't need to know why it was reimbursed because it's none of your business. Um, but my total trip was plus hotel was less than was about $1,400 for 10 days to go to the motherland. Could it have been cheaper? Yeah, could have. Could have. Had I booked earlier, and the hotels, I was like, you can't beat that. But had I booked earlier, yes. So in proximity to the date, if I would have just booked a little earlier, it would have been like maybe $600 round trip. Or maybe if I would have booked at a different time during the year, because it was during Ramadan, where a lot of people were flying in, and Ash Wednesday and Chinese New Year. So I was there for all that. And it was the most amazing experience I've ever had. So I'm just going to deal with this jet lag and be okay with it. And I'm going to lay here with my Egyptian hair tie, necktie, skirt tie, whatever I want to use it for. And just reflect on everything, because it was one of the most energizing trips I've ever had. Now I'm reduced in energy. I wonder why. But I love it. Shalom.